My child, I speak to you now with a voice that has been waiting through the noise of your days and the distractions of your hours. I know how much your heart is pulled in 1,000 directions, how your mind races from one task to the next, how the pressure of this world convinces you that there is never enough time. Yet while you have been busy, while your hands were full and your attention scattered, I have been near you, watching, waiting, longing for the moment your eyes would turn toward me again. My love has not weakened because of your silence. My heart has not closed because you have forgotten me. I remain here, steady and unchanging, whispering to your soul with patience that cannot be broken. You live in a world that demands more of you each day. The weight of responsibility sits on your shoulders like a burden that grows heavier with every sunrise. I see how you wake up already exhausted, already thinking of the long list that waits for you. I see how you carry invisible loads in your heart, worries, fears, unspoken questions, and how they drain your spirit. In all of this, I have been by your side, reaching out with love, hoping for even a moment where you would notice my presence. When you rushed past the quiet stillness of the morning, I was there, waiting. When you scrolled endlessly, searching for something to calm the ache inside, I was there, waiting. When you filled your days with noise to cover the loneliness that pressed into your heart, I was still there, waiting. My child, I do not grow tired of waiting for you, but my heart longs deeply for your attention. There have been moments when you whispered questions into the dark, asking why life feels so empty even when it looks full. You have wondered why joy slips away so quickly, why peace seems so far, why love never feels enough. You have reached for the world, thinking it would satisfy you, but instead it has left you restless. You tried to fill your soul with busyness, but the emptiness remained. And through it all, my voice kept calling soft, steady, tender, inviting you back to the love you were created for. I did not call with anger, but with longing. I did not stand far away, but close, watching and hoping for the moment when you would turn and realize that I have never left you. Do you know how many times I have drawn near to you in the middle of your chaos? The sudden calm you felt when anxiety overwhelmed you, that was me. The unexpected strength that carried you through a day you thought would break you, that was me. The tears that came without words, the ones you tried to hide even from yourself, I caught every single one of them. I never turned my face away from your pain. I never ignored your cries, even when you thought no one heard. I have been here, my child, not only watching your steps, but holding your heart. I have waited with patience greater than time, because you are worth every moment of waiting. You may feel guilty for the distance, for the prayers you forgot to whisper, for the silence between us. But hear me, I am not here to condemn you. I am here to remind you that my love has never changed. Even when you did not choose me, I chose you. Even when you forgot my presence, I surrounded you. Even when you felt too busy for me, I waited with a love that does not give up. I am not angry at you for being distracted. I am sorrowful only because I know the peace you could have had, the rest you could have tasted, the joy you could have carried if only you had noticed me. But my sorrow does not end in disappointment. It ends in hope, because I know that even now, in this very moment, you are listening, and I have your attention. My heart has always been a home for you, a place where you can rest, where the weight of the world falls away, where you are safe, seen, and loved completely. Yet how often have you passed by the doorway, too busy to enter? You have stood outside in the storm, shivering in the rain of worry, while I waited at the door with arms wide open. Still, I have not closed that door. Still, I call you inside. Still, I wait. My child, you were not created to live a life of endless rushing. You were not formed to be consumed by duties that leave your spirit dry. I created you for communion with me, for a relationship so close that no moment feels empty, because I am always filling it. Type Jesus. I desperately need you if you know He's your only true answer. You say there is no time, but I remind you that I hold time in my hands. You believe you must run faster to catch up, but I whisper to you that slowing down in my presence will give you strength to finish the race. You fear that pausing will make you fall behind, but I tell you that resting in me will place you exactly where you are meant to be. The world has convinced you that more is always better, more work, more possessions, more achievements, but I tell you that the only more your soul truly needs is more of me. For I am the only one who can quiet your restless heart, the only one who can bring order to your chaos, the only one who can fill the emptiness you have tried to hide. There have been times you look for me in the grand signs, the dramatic miracles, the thunderous voice, the extraordinary wonders. But often I chose to come to you in whispers, in the gentle warmth of sunlight on your face, in the peace that wrapped around you for no reason at all, in the stillness that visited your soul when everything else screamed for attention. You thought those were small moments, but they were not small to me. They were my hand reaching out, my heart speaking, my presence reminding you that I was near. I was not waiting for you to achieve something before I loved you. I was loving you in the middle of your busyness, hoping you would notice even the smallest touch of my grace. And now, as you listen, I speak plainly. I am sorry you have been too busy for me, but my heart has not turned away. It still waits. It waits for you to notice, to pause, to lift your eyes and realize that you are not alone. It waits for you to breathe deeply and remember that you are loved beyond measure. It waits for you to lay aside the endless running and simply be still with me. Do not think that you must earn my love back. You never lost it. Do not think that I will reject you for the distance. I have already prepared a feast for the moment you return. All I desire is you, your presence, your attention, your heart. My child, hear me. The world will not stop calling for your time. There will always be something urgent, always another task, always another voice demanding you. But none of those voices can love you the way I do. None of them can heal your soul. None of them can give you life that never ends. You may give your time to many things, but only when you give your heart to me will you find what you have truly been searching for. I am here, now, with arms open, whispering to you with a love that has never grown weary. I am here, waiting, and I will keep waiting until the moment you notice me. My child, I speak with love, but I also speak with sorrow, for I have watched you fill your days with many things, yet leave so little space for me. You move from one task to another, from one demand to the next, from one distraction to another, and in all of this, I have been near, longing for even a single moment where you would turn your gaze toward me. You fill your days with noise, yet my whispers go unheard. You chase after voices that shout for your attention, yet you overlook the gentle voice that calls with love and peace. There have been nights when your body lay down, but your mind could not rest. Your thoughts turned over again and again, circling worries, fears, regrets, and dreams unfulfilled. You close your eyes, but sleep would not come easily, and even when it did, your soul remained heavy. In those silent hours, I was with you. I leaned close, hoping you would notice my presence, hoping you would release the burden you carried to me. I long to quiet your racing mind, to wrap you in peace that the world cannot give. Yet instead of resting in me, you searched for answers in your own strength, trying to solve problems that only I can heal. I did not leave you in those restless nights. I was watching, whispering, waiting. I have seen the way you reach for empty things, hoping they will fill the hunger in your soul. You turn to screens that glow but cannot give light to your heart. You scroll through words and images, searching for comfort, but find only comparison and emptiness. You listen to voices that promise peace, but leave you more restless than before. You buy what you do not need, hoping it will satisfy you, but it leaves you hollow. You fill your time with conversations that do not heal, with entertainment that numbs but does not restore, with noise that covers the silence where my voice longs to be heard. All the while, I wait. I wait with love, with patience, with hope, because I know what you truly need. I remember the tears you shed when you thought no one was looking. Tears that fell quietly when the world around you believed you were strong. Tears that you wiped quickly, as though they did not matter. But every single tear mattered to me. I gathered them. I understood the pain behind them. Some tears were born from loneliness, when you longed to be understood but felt invisible. Some were from betrayal, when those you trusted turned away. Some were from disappointment, when life did not unfold the way you hoped. And some were from exhaustion, when the weight of responsibility pressed too hard against your soul. Each tear spoke louder than words, and I heard them all. I wanted to hold you in those moments. I wanted to whisper comfort into the cracks of your heart. But so often, you were too busy to pause, too distracted to let me near. Still, I did not walk away. I stayed close, aching with you, waiting for you to notice. You have cried out in secret, wondering if anyone listens. Does anyone see me? Does anyone hear me? Does anyone care? My child, my soul. I heard. I cared. I was closer than your very breath. But your heart was so consumed with the noise of this world that my nearness felt distant to you. You thought I was far, but I was nearer than ever. You thought I was silent, but I was speaking in ways you did not expect. You wanted a voice that shook the heavens, but I came in the quiet moment when you suddenly felt strength rise inside you. You wanted a sign written in the sky, but I came in the warmth that filled your heart when you should have felt alone. You wanted a miracle so large no one could deny it, but I came in the small mercy of getting you through a day you thought you would not survive. You fill your days with noise, yet my whispers go unheard. With deep respect and kindness, we humbly invite you to support our channel, as our true desire is to share joy, peace, and devotion while nurturing reverence toward God. And if our efforts have brought comfort to your heart, you may gently support us through the super thanks button down below. I do not say this to condemn you. I say this because I love you too much to let you keep chasing emptiness. I see how hard you tried to keep yourself together, how you smile when your heart feels heavy, how you keep moving when all you want to do is rest. You put on strength for others while inside you feel weak. You hide your brokenness, thinking no one will understand, but I understand. I see beneath the mask. I see the silent cries. I see the nights when your soul aches for something real. I know that deep inside, you are hungry for more than this world can give. That hunger is not a curse. It is a gift, because it was meant to lead you back to me. When you chase after distractions, They may keep you occupied, but they cannot heal you. They may silence your thoughts for a moment, but they cannot give peace. They may entertain you, but they cannot love you. Only I can give what your heart has been longing for. Only I can take the loneliness and fill it with presence. Take the brokenness and make it whole. Take the weariness and turn it into rest. Yet so often, you choose everything else before you choose me. You believe you do not have time, yet you spend hours with things that leave you empty. You believe you are too tired, yet you push yourself into more tasks that drain you further. And all the while, I wait not with anger but with patience, not with judgment but with love. I wait for you to see that no matter how many distractions you turn to, they will never replace the peace of my presence. Do you know how many moments I have watched, aching for you to notice me? When you sat at a table filled with laughter, yet felt a strange emptiness inside, I was whispering, I am here. When you walked through a crowd but felt invisible, I was whispering, I see you. When you held success in your hands but still felt unfulfilled, I was whispering, I am what you are missing. When you lay awake at night, staring into the dark, I was whispering, I am the light you long for. But my whispers were drowned out by the noise. And still, I whispered again, and again, and again. You have been busy, yes. You have been distracted, yes. But I am not finished with you. I will never stop calling. I will never stop waiting. Even now, I am speaking directly to you, because I want you to know how deeply I care. My child, I am not distant. I am not indifferent. I am not weary of you. I am the God who waits with love that cannot be broken, with patience that never ends, with a heart that beats only to bring you closer to me. So hear me now. You fill your days with noise, yet my whispers go unheard. But still I whisper. Still I call. Still I wait. For I know that one moment of your attention, one moment of your surrender, one moment of you turning toward me will be enough to change everything. And I am ready, my child. Ready to meet you, ready to heal you, ready to fill you with the peace you have been chasing but never finding. My heart has waited, and it will keep waiting until you notice. My child, I know how often you have felt unseen. I know how many times you have wondered if your life truly matters, if your quiet battles are noticed by anyone at all. Hear me clearly now. You have never been unseen to me. You have never been forgotten. From the very first moment you took breath, I have watched over you. Every tear that has ever fallen from your eyes, I have caught. Every sigh that has ever left your chest, I have heard. Every hidden struggle that no one else knew, I have carried with you. Even when you thought you were walking alone, you were in my arms. You may think that because you overlooked me, I turned my face away from you. But no, my child, that has never been my way. I do not abandon you when you are distracted. I do not stop loving you when you forget me. My love is not fragile like the love of this world. It does not shift when you fail. It does not weaken when you wander. My love has been steady, unchanging, constant like the rising of the sun, like the flow of the sea, like the beating of your own heart. Even when you did not notice me, I noticed you. Even when you were too busy to speak with me, I was speaking life over you. Think back to the moments you thought you could not continue, the nights when despair pressed so heavy on your chest that you thought you would break. Do you remember how somehow strength came to you? That strength was me. Do you remember the times you thought you were finished, yet you rose again and kept going? That was me, carrying you when your feet could not take another step. Do you remember the times when a small kindness reached you at just the right moment, when hope flickered back into your soul even though you thought all hope was gone? That was my love, reaching you through ways you could not see. My child, I have walked with you through the valleys and I have sat with you in the shadows. When others turned away, I remained. When you were left in silence, I spoke softly to your heart. When you were broken, I was the one holding the pieces of your soul together. I did not let you fall beyond my reach. I did not allow the darkness to consume you. My love has been your shield, even when you did not know it. My love has been your hiding place, even when you were too distracted to run into it. I have loved you in your laughter, and I have loved you in your tears. I have loved you in your strength, and I have loved you in your weakness. I have loved you when you obeyed me, and I have loved you when you turned away. There has never been a single day when my love for you lessened. There has never been a single moment when I stopped calling you mine. You are my beloved child, the one I formed with my own hands, the one I thought of before the world began, the one I have carried in my heart through every season of your life. Tom and I live and breathe for you, Christ, if your life rests safely in His hands. You may look at your life and see only mistakes. You may see failures, missed chances, wrong turns, regrets that weigh you down. But I do not see you through the lens of failure. I see you through the lens of love. I see the heart that still longs for me even when you are weak. I see the faith that clings to hope even when it trembles. I see the courage it takes for you to keep moving, even when the world feels heavy. My love does not change because of your mistakes. My love covers them, heals them, and calls you into a new beginning. There were days when you thought no one cared for your pain, but I cared. There were nights when you thought your prayers were wasted, that no one heard, but I heard every word. Even the prayers that were too deep for words, the ones that were only groans or tears, I understood them all. I understood the pain that words could not carry. I answered not always in the way you expected, but always in the way that protected you, shaped you, and kept you. My heart is not far from you. My heart is your home, a place of safety, a place of rest. When the world is harsh, my heart is gentle. When the world is cold, my heart is warm. When the world is heavy, my heart is a refuge. My heart has always been open to you, waiting for you to step inside and find peace. I am not a God who turns away when you are broken. I am the God who runs to you, who lifts you, who wipes your tears and says, "You are mine still." Do not think for a moment that your worth is based on how perfect you are. Your worth is rooted in my love. Nothing you do can make me love you more, and nothing you fail to do can make me love you less. I have loved you at your highest and at your lowest. I have loved you when your hands were lifted in praise, and I have loved you when your heart was too heavy to pray. My love is the one constant you can always trust. I remember the child you once were, full of wonder, full of hope. I remember the dreams you carried before the world pressed its weight on you. I remember the innocence in your laughter, the joy in your steps. And I tell you now, that child is not gone. I still see that light in you, even when you do not. My love can bring back the joy you thought was lost. My love can restore the hope you thought had died. My love can breathe life into places of your heart that you thought were beyond repair. Even now, as you hear these words, I am pouring my love into you again. Feel it, my child. Let it reach you. Let it remind you that you are not alone. I am with you, closer than your very breath. I am with you in the room where you sit, in the place where you rest, in the thoughts that trouble you. I am not far away in some distant heaven. I am here, now, with you, because my love has never left. You may have overlooked me, but I have never overlooked you. You may have been too busy for me, but I have never been too busy for you. You may have given your heart to many things, but I have never stopped giving my heart to you. And this heart of mine is a safe place, a waiting place, a tender place, a place where you will always belong. So come to me, my beloved. Rest in my love. Let the noise of the world fade away for a moment, and let my love be louder than your fears. Lay down the burdens you have been carrying, and let my arms hold you. Stop searching for what the world cannot give, and let me give you what you have needed all along. I am here. I am waiting, and I will never stop loving you. My beloved child, I must speak with truth now, for you need to understand what happens when your heart drifts too far from me. I do not say this to frighten you, but to open your eyes. I want you to see clearly the cost of distance between us. When you become too busy, when you fill your days with everything except my presence, your soul begins to grow weary. At first, you may not notice. You may think you are strong enough, that you can keep moving without me. But over time, the emptiness creeps in, and the joy you once knew begins to fade. The world steals your time, but I hold eternity in my hands. Do you not see how quickly your strength runs out when you try to live without resting in me? Your heart was never meant to carry life's weight alone. When you walk far from my presence, the load on your shoulders grows heavier each day. You may smile on the outside, but inside you feel the pressure pressing harder and harder. The further you drift, the louder the world becomes. The noise of endless demands fills your ears until you cannot hear my gentle whisper anymore. And with each step away, the fire in your spirit begins to dim. I have seen how busyness wears you down. You push yourself to keep going, yet you feel drained before the day is done. You lie down at night, but true rest escapes you. Your body is weary, but your soul is restless. You wake up already tired, already carrying the weight of yesterday into the new day. This is not how I created you to live. I made you to find strength in me, to draw peace from my presence, to live with joy even in the middle of trials. But when you neglect me, you cut yourself off from the very source that sustains you. That is why you feel so empty, why no amount of work or distraction can fill the hollow space inside. The cost of distance is not just exhaustion, my child. It is loneliness. You can be surrounded by people and still feel alone. You can sit in a room full of voices and laughter and still feel unseen. That ache you feel in the quiet, when the noise fades and you are left with your own thoughts, that is the cry of your soul longing for me. The world cannot heal that cry. Friends, family, success, possessions, none of these can take my place. They may bring comfort for a moment, but when the moment passes, the emptiness returns. Only my presence can fill that deep void inside you. When you drift from me, you also begin to lose direction. The path becomes unclear. You chase after things that do not satisfy. You pour your energy into goals that leave you feeling empty once they are reached. You strive for recognition, for achievements, for possessions, but none of it brings lasting joy. The moment one desire is met, another one rises. The cycle never ends, because without me, nothing is ever enough. Do you see, my child? When you are distant from me, you can gain the whole world and still feel unfulfilled, because your soul was created to be satisfied only in me. The cost of distance also shows itself in your heart. Wounds that I long to heal remain open because you do not bring them to me. Worries that I could silence keep you awake because you do not rest them in my hands. Fears grow louder because you are not standing close to the one who casts out fear. Slowly, your spirit begins to believe lies, that you are alone, that you are not enough, that you will never be free. But those lies are not the truth. They are the fruit of distance. The further you wander from me, the more room you give for doubt, fear, and despair to grow. I have watched you at times chasing after things that promise to make you whole, only to leave you broken. I have seen you pour your energy into people who did not love you back the way you hoped. I have seen you run after dreams that left you empty when you reached them. I have seen you turn to temporary escapes, things to numb the pain, but those escapes never last. They fade, and when they are gone, the ache inside you grows even stronger. This is the cost of distance, emptiness that cannot be filled, longing that cannot be satisfied, weariness that does not fade. Yet hear me, my child. I do not tell you this to shame you. I tell you this because I love you. I want you to see clearly the road you are walking when you turn away from me. I want you to recognize the danger before it consumes you. The world steals your time, but I hold eternity in my hands. Everything you chase after here is temporary. The wealth, the success, the approval of others, all of it will pass away. But my love, my presence, my promises, they last forever. What I give is eternal. What I place in your heart cannot be taken away. You may think you are too busy to spend time with me, but the truth is, you cannot afford not to. Without me, your soul withers. Without me, your strength fails. Without me, your heart grows cold. You will keep searching, keep striving, keep running, but you will never find rest until you turn back to me. Do not let busyness steal your soul. Do not let distractions rob you of the joy I prepared for you. Do not let the noise of this world drown out the eternal voice of my love. My child, I have always been your refuge. I have always been your place of safety. When you drift from me, you step away from the shelter that protects you. Life's storms rage harder when you are not under my covering. Fear grips deeper when you are not resting in my peace. But when you remain close to me, no storm can destroy you. No burden can crush you. No enemy can overcome you. Because I am your shield, your defender, your ever-present help. The cost of distance is great, but the reward of closeness is greater. With me, you will find rest for your soul. With me, you will find peace that the world cannot steal. With me, you will find joy that remains even in sorrow. With me, you will find strength to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Do not let the world take from you what only I can give. Do not trade my eternal love for temporary noise. The world steals your time, my beloved, but I hold eternity in my hands. You run after what will not last, while I offer you what can never fade. I am calling you back, not to burden you, but to free you. Not to weigh you down, but to lift you. Not to take from you, but to give you life in full. The distance between us has cost you much, but my arms are still open. My heart still waits. Come back and let me restore what was lost. Come back and let me fill the emptiness with my presence. Come back and let me show you what it means to truly live. I know the weight you have been carrying. I know the stress that tightens your chest and makes your heart feel heavy even before the day begins. I see how you push yourself to keep going, smiling for others while inside you feel drained and weary. You do not have to hide it from me. I was there when no one else saw. When you sat quietly, pretending everything was fine, I knew the storm inside you. When you went through the motions, fulfilling your duties but feeling empty, I was watching. I was near. I was holding you even when you did not feel my arms. You have faced betrayal, and I know how deeply it cut you. The people you trusted, the ones you thought would stand by your side, turned away. Their words wounded you. Their absence left scars. You asked yourself, how could they do this to me? You questioned if you would ever trust again. But my child, I was there when no one else saw. I felt the sting of every false word spoken against you. I collected the tears you shed when you thought no one cared. I stayed beside you, guarding your heart from breaking beyond repair. I am the one who knows betrayal, for I too was betrayed. And I promise you this, I will never betray you. My love is steadfast. My loyalty is unshaken. My heart will always remain true to you. You have known loneliness, the kind that lingers even in a crowd. Surrounded by people, yet unseen. Talking with others, yet feeling unheard. Laughing on the outside, yet crying within. I was there when no one else saw. I watched as you longed for someone to understand you, to truly listen, to truly care. And while the world overlooked you, I leaned in closer. I whispered your name when you thought no one remembered you. I filled your room with my presence when you thought you were alone. You did not always notice, but I was there. I have never left you, not for a single moment. I know your exhaustion, the way your body aches, the way your mind grows tired from constant worry. You lie down, hoping for rest, but peace slips through your fingers. You rise in the morning already weary, already burdened by the day ahead. I was there when no one else saw. I watched you carry responsibilities that were too heavy for you alone. I saw you give, and give until you felt empty, with no one pouring back into you. I saw the way you tried to be strong for everyone else, even when you were falling apart inside. And in those moments, I whispered, "Give it to me. Let me carry it with you." My child, you do not need to carry life alone. I am your strength when you are weak. I am your rest when you are weary. I am your peace when the noise around you will not quiet. And yes, I know the pain of unanswered prayers. I saw you kneel. I saw you cry. I heard your voice asking again and again, "Lord, where are you? Why do you not answer?" You thought perhaps I was silent, perhaps I had turned away. But I was there when no one else saw. I heard every prayer. I collected every word. I understood every sigh that never formed into speech. My silence was not absence. My timing was not neglect. I was working in ways you could not yet see. I was aligning pieces, protecting you from unseen harm, shaping you for blessings that had not yet come. My child, I know it hurt to wait. I know it wounded your faith to feel ignored. But I tell you now, I never ignored you. Every prayer you prayed still rests in my hands. None of them were wasted. I promise you this, everything that busyness has stolen from you, I will restore. The peace you thought was gone forever, I will bring it back. The joy that seemed buried under years of pain, I will cause it to rise again. The hope you thought had died, I will breathe life into it once more. The strength you lost while running through endless demands, I will renew it like the wings of an eagle. The time you thought was wasted, I will redeem it. Nothing is lost beyond my power to restore. Type Amen if you feel God's hand guiding you today, and share this video so someone else can find His direction too. My child, I have set this appointment in eternity for you alone. This is not a message for the masses, not a word meant to be thrown into the winds of chance, but a private and very special message just for you. What I am about to speak has been waiting for this precise instant, and though you may think you stumbled here by mistake, you are exactly where I wanted you to be. I have arranged your steps, guided your eyes, and touched your heart so that you would be ready to hear these words. For too long you have doubted if I see you, if I notice the silent tears that fall in the hidden corners of your life, if I hear the prayers you whisper when no one else is around. I tell you now, I have heard every whisper, I have seen every tear, I have carried every burden you thought you bore alone. This message is the proof of my presence. It is the proof that I know you by name, that I have not forgotten you, and that I am closer to you than your very breath. My beloved, this word is not meant to pass through your ears like mere noise. It is meant to pierce your heart like light breaking through darkness. Every sentence I speak is soaked with the intention of heaven, crafted carefully with the tenderness of a father who loves his child beyond measure. If you will listen to the very end, you will feel chains begin to loosen. You will sense burdens start to fall, and you will realize that your life has been led to this moment of divine encounter. Do not take this lightly. This is not ordinary. This is sacred. I have watched you wrestle with questions no one else could answer, and I have seen the battles you fought when you believed no one cared. You thought your pain went unnoticed, but my eyes never left you. When you cried yourself to sleep, I was there, resting beside you, whispering comfort into your weary soul. When you smiled in front of others while secretly aching inside, I was holding the broken pieces of your heart, promising to put them back together. Even now, as you listen, my presence is surrounding you, filling the atmosphere around you, softening the heaviness that has lingered too long. You may wonder why I chose this way to speak to you. You may even question, is this really for me? My answer is simple. Yes, it is. I did not allow you to find this by chance. You did not stumble here as one among millions. You are not lost in a sea of faces. You are mine, and I am speaking directly to you. I know your story, every page of it. I know the parts that made you laugh, and I know the parts that tore you apart. I know the times you tried to move forward, but felt like you were walking in circles. I know the moments you begged for clarity, but were left in silence. Yet even in that silence, I was preparing this very word for you. Beloved child, let your heart lean in now. For too long, the noise of the world has tried to drown out my voice in your life. Distractions, disappointments, delays, and discouragements have tried to convince you that I am far away. But I am not. I am near, and I am whispering your name right now. I want you to realize that this moment is proof that I have never left your side. I am closer than the pain, greater than the fear, and stronger than the doubt that has tried to hold you captive. This message is for your eyes only, not for the crowd, not for the world. It is between you and me, a holy secret whispered from eternity into time. Others may never understand the weight of these words, but you will. They are crafted for your wounds, for your questions, for your deepest longings. I do not speak to impress, I speak to heal. I do not speak to confuse, I speak to bring peace. And I do not speak to condemn, I speak to lift you into the light of my love. Right now, I am asking you to pause. Do not rush past this. Do not skim these words as if they were another passing thought. They are the lifeline you have been waiting for. They are the confirmation you secretly prayed for when you asked, God, if you are real, if you still care, show me. Here I am, answering you. Here I am, showing you that I have heard you all along. You may have felt invisible, but you have always been the focus of my gaze. You may have felt forgotten, but I have engraved your name upon my hands. You may have felt unworthy, but I have loved you with a love that no failure, no mistake, no regret could ever erase. Even now, I am proving that to you. Tight Father, I return home to you if you're running back into His grace. So, my child, take this moment seriously. This is not just another message you can dismiss. This is not just another word you can set aside. This is the doorway to change, the threshold of transformation. The words you are hearing now carry the power to alter the way you see yourself, the way you carry your burdens, and the way you step into your future. If you receive them, your heart will feel lighter, your vision will become clearer, and your spirit will begin to hope again. This is your private message, and it is sacred. Do not treat it casually. Hold it close. Let it sink into you like water into thirsty ground. Let it heal the places that have been aching for years. Let it remind you that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not invisible. You are mine, and this is my word just for you. My beloved child, listen closely to me now. I have seen you, known you, and chosen this exact moment to speak to you. Out of every heartbeat, every second of your life, this one had been marked by my hand. Nothing about it is random. Nothing about it is accidental. I have been watching over you since before your first breath, and I have been weaving this moment into the fabric of your story. You are not simply hearing words on a screen. You are standing in the presence of a Father who has never left you, who has walked through every valley with you, who has held you closer than you realized when you thought you were alone. I have seen the nights when you wept silently into your pillow, praying prayers you were too tired to finish. I saw the tears you did not want anyone to notice, the ones that stained your heart more than your face. You thought no one could see, but I was there, kneeling beside you, gathering every drop as a treasure. I have collected each one. Not a single tear has fallen without my notice. They are not forgotten. They are not wasted. They are seeds that I am watering with my own hands, and they will bloom into something beautiful in their appointed time. I have known the private struggles you hide from others. I have watched you carry burdens that seem too heavy for one heart to hold. I have heard the questions you have whispered into the darkness, wondering if I was still listening, wondering if I still cared. You have looked at your life and wondered, do I matter? Does He see me? Does He care? And I tell you now, with the full weight of eternity behind my voice, yes, I see you. Yes, I care. Yes, you matter more than you could ever comprehend. Every pain has been noticed. Every disappointment, every loss, every betrayal, none of it slipped past my eyes. When people misunderstood you, I understood you completely. When friends turned away, I remained by your side. When you felt invisible, I was calling you by name. You have never been out of my sight, not for a single heartbeat. You have never been out of my care, not for a single breath. Even when you doubted me, I did not doubt you. Even when you pulled away, I stayed near. Even when you felt you were too broken to be loved, I loved you all the more. My beloved, I am not blind to the weight you have carried. I know how hard it has been to keep going when your strength felt spent. I know the battles you fought in silence, the temptations you resisted when no one was watching, the sacrifices you made that no one applauded. I know how many times you wanted to give up but chose to stand anyway. I know how many times you smiled on the outside while your heart was trembling inside. And I know how lonely it has felt to walk a path few understand. But I have been with you in every moment. You have never taken a step without me. You may not have realized it, but I have been shielding you from dangers you could not see. I have been intercepting attacks against you, blocking arrows meant to destroy you, whispering truth when lies tried to poison your mind. I have been fighting battles for you in realms you cannot see. Every time you thought you would break, I was the one holding you together. Every time you felt you were falling apart, I was the one keeping you from shattering. Every time peace came when it made no sense, it was my hand resting on you. You have been surrounded by my love, my strength, my angels, even in the moments you thought you were abandoned. I want you to understand, my child, that nothing about you is overlooked. Nothing about your life is too small for my attention. I see the dreams you are afraid to voice aloud. I see the fears you try to hide under a brave face. I see the quiet hopes you bury deep because you think they are impossible. And I tell you now, I am holding all of it. I have not ignored your prayers. I have not dismissed your desires. I have not turned away from your pain. Every sigh, every longing, every prayer has reached me. I have been listening all along. I know there have been seasons when you thought I was silent, when my timing felt like delay, when my plans felt hidden. You wondered if you had been forgotten, if your prayers had disappeared into the void. But I tell you now, none of it was in vain. My silence was not absence, it was preparation. My delay was not denial, it was timing. While you waited, I was working. While you wept, I was weaving. While you struggled, I was shaping something deeper inside you. Resilience, character, faith that cannot be shaken. Nothing has been wasted. Nothing has been overlooked. Please support our channel. Our goals is to bring happiness in your life and to bring devotion and reverence towards God. And if you want, you can donate us through the super thanks button down below. My beloved child, I know the names of every wound you carry. I know the stories behind every scar. I know the memories that still ache, the regrets that still whisper, the fears that still clutch at your heart. I have never been indifferent to them. I have carried them with you, felt them with you, borne them with you. I know the weight of rejection, the sting of betrayal, the ache of unanswered prayers. I know because I have walked that road myself. I know what it is to be misunderstood, to be abandoned, to be wounded by those you love. I know, and because I know, I am able to heal you completely. You may think your pain has disqualified you, but it has not. You may think your mistakes have driven me away, but they have not. You may think your questions have disappointed me, but they have not. Nothing you have done, Nothing you have endured, nothing you have feared has changed my love for you. It is constant, unchanging, unbreakable. It does not falter when you falter. It does not withdraw when you stumble. It remains, steady as the sunrise, sure as the tide, fierce as fire, gentle as a whisper. I have seen you at your weakest and called you beloved. I have seen you at your lowest and called you mine. I have seen you in the darkness and called you into the light. And even now, I am calling you closer. I am not revealing these things to shame you, but to assure you. You have not been unseen. You have not been unheard. You have not been forgotten. I am here, and I am speaking to you because I want you to know the truth that will free you, the truth that will anchor you, the truth that will heal you. So hear me now. I have chosen you for this moment. I have chosen to speak to you in this way because you needed to be reminded of who you are and whose you are. You are not just another person passing through life unnoticed. You are my beloved, my masterpiece, my treasure. I formed you with my own hands. I wrote your story before you lived a single day. I have planned good things for you, even when life has felt hard. And I am not finished. I am still writing, still weaving, still shaping, still preparing. Nothing about you is hidden from me. Nothing about your life is beyond my reach. Nothing about your pain is too great for my healing. You are fully known and fully loved. The hidden tears, the private struggles, the unanswered questions, I see them all, and I am speaking into them now. I am bringing light into the shadows, comfort into the ache, clarity into the confusion. You are not alone. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are mine, and I am with you. Let this truth settle deep into you, my child. Let it uproot every lie that says you are unseen. Let it heal every wound that says you are unworthy. Let it break every chain that says you are forgotten. You are known, you are seen, you are loved. I have chosen this exact moment to tell you this because I knew you would need to hear it. I knew you would be ready to receive it. I knew your heart would be open enough now to understand it. And as you take it in, you will begin to feel my peace washing over you, my presence wrapping around you, my love filling every empty place inside you. This is my tender assurance to you. I have seen you. I have known you. I have chosen this moment to speak to you. Nothing has been overlooked. Not a tear, not a prayer, not a pain. I have held it all, and I am here now to hold you. Trust me with your heart. Trust me with your story. Trust me with your future. You are not lost. You are not alone. You are mine, and I am with you always. My beloved child, lean in even closer now. Let my words sink deep into the very core of who you are, for they are not just truths about me, they are truths about you. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are not a random event in an indifferent universe. You are my masterpiece. From the very beginning, before your first breath, before the foundations of the earth were laid, I dreamed of you. I pictured your face, your voice, your laugh, your tears, your hopes, your fears. I imagined the way you would walk through this world, and I delighted in it. Nothing about you is an afterthought. You are intentionally, intricately, and beautifully designed by my hands. Before you were even formed in your mother's womb, I knew you. I called you. I set you apart. Every detail of your being, your personality, your gifts, your quirks, your passions, the way your heart responds to the world, was crafted by me with purpose and precision. I breathed destiny into your bones. I etched eternity into your heart. I shaped you not as a copy of someone else, but as an original creation, one who carries a reflection of my image that no one else can show. When I look at you, I do not see a mistake. I see the work of my hands, and I call it good. The world has tried to tell you otherwise. Voices have whispered lies into your spirit, saying you are not enough, that you are invisible, that you are unworthy. Those lies were never from me. They were born of pain, of comparison, of wounds inflicted by others who could not see what I see. You have carried labels that were never meant for you. You have worn names that I did not give you. Failure, forgotten, unlovable, invisible. But today I am breaking those labels off of you. Today I am reminding you of the truth of who you are. You are not forgotten. You are chosen. You are not invisible. You are seen. You are not worthless. You are priceless to me. I did not create you to be a shadow of someone else. I created you to shine with your own light, a light that reflects my glory in a way only you can. You are not a spare part in this world. You are not an extra in someone else's story. You are the main character in the chapter I am writing with your life. There are gifts inside of you that no one else carries exactly the same way. There is a purpose within you that no one else can fulfill. When you doubt your worth, remember that I do not make mistakes. I do not create without intention. Everything I formed in you was formed with love. My child, I see the way you look at yourself sometimes. You measure yourself by standards that were never meant to define you. You compare your path to others and wonder why yours looks so different. You look at your reflection and see only flaws, but I see beauty. You see weakness, but I see strength. You see what you lack, but I see what I have placed within you. You think you are behind, but you are exactly where I knew you would be. You are not late. You are not lost. You are unfolded according to my timing. Let me tell you a secret that will silence the lies once and for all. My love for you was not triggered by your performance. I did not wait for you to become worthy before I love you. I loved you before your first breath. I love you before your first mistake. I love you before your first victory. Nothing you have done has increased my love, and nothing you have done has diminished it. It is not fragile. It is not conditional. It is eternal, unshakable, fierce, and tender all at once. I loved you when you were far away. I love you when you doubted me. I loved you when you thought you had ruined everything. And I still love you now. Say, I am forever grateful, Jesus, if He has transformed your heart and life. The fingerprints of my design are all over you. Look at your life. The resilience that kept you standing, the kindness you offer even when no one sees, the way your heart still hopes even after being wounded. These are not accidents. They are evidence of my image within you. Even your pain has not erased my design. Even your failures have not undone my purpose. In fact, I have woven them into your story, turning them into threads of wisdom, compassion, and strength that will bless others in ways you cannot yet imagine. What you think disqualifying you is often what I will use to qualify you for your calling. You have believed for too long that you are small, unseen, replaceable. Hear me now. You are none of those things. You are my beloved child. You are the apple of my eye. You are the one I sing over with joy. You are the one I defend, the one I cherish, the one I have engraved on the palms of my hands. You are not hidden from me. You are hidden in me. You are surrounded by my love like a shield. You are more significant than you know because you carry a piece of my heart into the world. When you walk into a room, my light walks in with you. When you speak words of kindness, my voice echoes through yours. When you extend forgiveness, my grace flows through your hands. You are not ordinary. You are extraordinary because my spirit lives within you. You are my ambassador, my vessel, my reflection. You were not created to blend in with darkness, but to shine in it, to be a beacon of hope, a living testimony that I still move in human hearts. I know the world has tried to tell you that your worth is tied to what you achieve, to how perfect you appear, to how others perceive you. But I say differently. I say your worth is rooted in who I am and who you are to me. You are my child. Alone makes you valuable beyond measure. You do not have to earn it. You do not have to strive for it. It is already yours. You are loved because you are mine. You are chosen because I chose you. You are significant because I made you so. Do not let the shadows of your past define you. Do not let the voices of doubt dictate your future. Do not let the lies of the enemy steal the truth of your identity. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not the sum of your weaknesses. You are the sum of my love. You are the expression of my grace. You are the evidence of my mercy. You are the embodiment of a purpose that existed before time began. When you doubt, remember this. I, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the one who set the stars in place and calls them by name, also call you by name. I hold your life in my hands. I know every hair on your head. I know every thought before you think it, every word before you speak it. I know you fully and still choose you fully. I see the parts of you you hide from others, the fears, the flaws, the unspoken longings, and I do not turn away. I draw nearer. I lean in closer. I call you mine. You may feel like you have been overlooked by people, but you have never been overlooked by me. You may feel like your gifts are too small, but nothing I place inside you is small. You may feel like your life does not matter, but it matters more than you realize. You carry something the world needs, something I placed in you from the very beginning. You are not here by chance. You are here by design. You are living in the exact time and place I chose for you. Even when your path has been painful, I have been guiding your steps toward a future filled with hope. I want you to see yourself as I see you, radiant, chosen, beloved, purposeful. Stop calling yourself names I never gave you. Stop shrinking back from the space I made for you. Stop doubting the beauty of what I created. When I formed you, I smiled. When I breathed life into you, I rejoiced. When I imagined your journey, I filled it with meaning. And now I am calling you to rise up into the truth of who you are. You are not an accident. You are my masterpiece. You are my poem, written with eternal ink. You are my song, composed before time began. You are my handiwork, fashioned with love. And because you are mine, you are enough. You are enough even when you feel empty. You are enough even when others reject you. You are enough even when you doubt yourself. You are enough because my spirit fills the spaces you think are lacking. Let these words wash over you and dismantle every lie of unworthiness. Let them uproot every feeling of invisibility. Let them remind you of your true name, your true identity, your true worth, You are my beloved child. You are chosen. You are seen. You are treasured. You are significant. You are irreplaceable. You are mine. This is the revelation of your identity, my child. This is who you have always been, even when you forgot, even when others could not see it, even when life tried to bury it. This is the truth that will set you free. Walk in it. Believe it. Let it change the way you see yourself, the way you speak about yourself, the way you carry yourself. Lift your head. Straighten your shoulders. Breathe deeply. You are my masterpiece, and I am proud of you. I have always been proud of you, and I will continue to be with you, guiding you into the fullness of the destiny I placed inside you before time began. My beloved child, I must speak to you now about the pain you have carried. I have watched every step of your journey, and I have not turned away from the depths of your struggles. You have walked through valleys of loneliness where silence pressed against your soul like a weight too heavy to bear. You have endured heartbreak that left cracks in your spirit, moments when you wondered if you would ever feel whole again. You have faced betrayal from those you trusted, wounds cut not by strangers but by those who once called themselves close. You have battled exhaustion that drained not only your body, but also your hope. You have known despair, the kind that makes even the sunrise feel dim. And I want you to know this. I wept with you, I carried you, and I defended you when you didn't even know it. Not a single tear has gone unseen by me. When you lay awake at night, clutching your chest as grief washed over you, I was beside you. When your heart shattered and you wondered if you would ever find peace, I was holding every fragment. When you cried out, "Where are you?" I was closer than your breath, whispering over your weary soul even when you could not hear me. You thought you were alone, but you were never alone. My presence wrapped around you like a shield, even when you felt abandoned. I want you to understand how deeply I felt your sorrow. When you were betrayed, I did not watch from a distance. I entered into your pain. I know what it is to be betrayed, to be abandoned by those who promised loyalty. I know what it is to be misunderstood, mocked, and wounded. And because I know, I carried the weight with you. When you were rejected, I whispered, "You are chosen." When you were cast aside, I said, "You are mine." When you were made to feel small, I declared, "You are my treasure." You have carried burdens that felt too heavy, and yet here you are still standing. Do you know why? Because I have been carrying them with you. When you felt like your strength was gone, it was my strength holding you up. When you thought you were about to collapse, it was my arm steadying you. When you believed you could not take another step, I placed my hand upon your back and moved you forward. The fact that you survived what should have destroyed you is proof of my presence. You may not see it clearly yet, but every survival, every breath you thought you couldn't take, every moment of unexpected peace, all of it was me. You often ask me, "Why, Lord? Why so much pain? Why so many tears? Why so many losses?" And though the answers may not have come when you wanted them, I was shaping something deep within you. None of your pain was wasted, and none of your suffering was pointless. Every heartbreak became a place for my healing to enter. Every betrayal became a lesson in discernment and strength. Every loss became soil where compassion could grow. Every dark night became a canvas where my light could shine brighter. I did not abandon you in your pain. I was refining you through it. You may not see the beauty yet, but I promise you will. Just as gold is refined in fire, You have been refined in trial. Just as diamonds are formed under pressure, something radiant is being formed in you. Just as seeds must break open in the dark before they bloom in the light, your breaking was not the end, but the beginning of growth. Nothing you endured was in vain. It had been shaping you, preparing you, strengthening you for the days ahead. When you were lonely, I was teaching you that my presence is enough. When your heart was broken, I was teaching you that my love is unshakable. When you were betrayed, I was showing you that I will never forsake you. When you were exhausted, I was reminding you that my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you despaired, I was planting hope deep in your soul, hope that cannot be stolen by circumstance. I know you have wondered if I truly cared when the silence stretched long and the answer seemed far. You wondered why I didn't stop the storm, why I didn't remove the thorn, why I didn't rescue you sooner. My child, I was not absent. I was in the storm with you, speaking peace into your soul. I was with you in the thorn, showing you that my grace is enough. I was walking every mile of the valley, even when you could not feel me. My timing is not always what you expect, but it is always perfect. What seemed like delay was preparation. What felt like silence was strategy. What looked like abandonment was actually my deeper nearness. I wept with you. Every tear that rolled down your face rolled down mine. Every groan in your spirit echoed in my heart. Every disappointment pierced me too. Do you understand how much I love you? I do not stand apart from your pain. I enter it. I carry it. I redeem it. That is why I went to the cross, so that nothing you suffer would ever be without meaning, so that no one would ever be without healing, so that no sorrow would ever be without redemption. Even when you felt defenseless, I was defending you. There were battles raging in the unseen that you never knew about. Arrows were aimed at you. Traps were set for you, but I stood in the way. I blocked what was meant to destroy you. I silenced the lies that sought to drown you. I rebuked the enemy when he wanted to sift you like wheat. You did not know it, but my angels surrounded you. You did not see it, but I was fighting for you. Every day, in ways you could not imagine, I have been your defender. And now, beloved, I want you to hear this promise. Nothing you endured was wasted. Every scar you carry tells a story of survival. Every tear you shed watered the ground for new life. Every moment of despair became an invitation for my hope to break in. Every trial hath been shaping you into the person I destined you to be. You are stronger than you realize. You are braver than you think. You are more resilient than you feel. And it is not because of your own strength alone, but because my strength has been woven into your very being through every trial you faced. Do not despise your journey, painful as it has been. Do not believe the lie that it was meaningless. I have been working all things together for your good, even the things that broke you, especially the things that broke you. For it is in the breaking that I pour out my healing. It is in the weakness that my power is revealed. It is in the loss that my restoration shines brightest. The loneliness you felt, it taught you that my presence is a friend that never leaves. The heartbreak you endured, it taught you that my love is the only love that never fails. The betrayal you face, it taught you that my loyalty is unshakable. The exhaustion you carried, it taught you that I am your rest. The despair you walked through, it taught you that I am your hope. None of it was wasted. all of it has been shaping you into a vessel of my glory, into someone who reflects my heart more clearly, into a child who knows my faithfulness not as theory but as livid truth. Type Amen as your act of worship and share this video so more hearts can experience His grace.